Hey guys, so I'm really excited to get this video up for you guys. This is going to be my post-orientation video plus a supplies haul for nursing school. I wasn't planning on doing this video today, so excuse my appearance. And if I'm a little bit scatterbrained, I literally just got home from my orientation. I was going to do this in a couple days, but my husband's out with the kids right now, so it just kind of made the most sense to do it now. But I've literally been awake since about 5:30. I got up this morning. I've been at school since 7:30, so my makeup's a little bit old. My hair has seen better days, but you know, we're just gonna go with it. And excuse me if I'm drinking coffee during this video, because it's necessary. But we're gonna get through with it. So, probably good too, because it's all fresh in my mind, like literally what we just did today. So, yeah, today was my new student orientation for my nursing school, and it's been a long day. We were there from about 7:30 and we got out around, I want to say 4. So yeah, I have the schedule in front of me of what we did. I kind of want to just go over what we did. If you're interested in learning like the process of what it's like to be starting your first semester in nursing school, it's something you might want to know about. We started out this morning. We met with some of the CNSA chair members. CNSA is the California Nursing Student Association. I live in California, so that is the chapter of the National Nursing Student Association, NSNA. I'm not sure how the abbreviation works out, but it's the chapter for the state. And we basically just got to meet all of our classmates. We haven't really had a big chance to do that. Luckily, our cohort, somebody in the cohort created a Facebook page for us, so it's been really nice to meet everyone that way, but obviously it's different than meeting everybody in person, so it was really nice to meet everybody in person. And we did like a fun little icebreaker. We went around and we asked different questions, like silly questions to our classmates. But it was good because it was early, you know, and it's one of those things where like, I don't want to talk to people, but it made it a little bit more bearable. So that was fun. And then we got to meet all the faculty, the teachers, and just the different administrators who work with the School of Nursing. There was a lot of people, so that was really fun. Part of the morning was boring. I mean, after we met everybody, then we had to sit through just like going over the student handbook, which is kind of dumb because they sent it to us already, so I've already gone through it. Like, I know what the student handbook says because they told us to go through it, and I follow directions. So I went through the student handbook already, and I had to sit there while the teacher just went through it. Luckily, he kind of skimmed over it, but we were there for probably at least 30 or 45 minutes listening to him just read off the student handbook, and it was hard. But after that, we had another little presentation about social media. And that, again, was kind of boring. It was the same kind of thing, like kind of, you know, common sense, what you would think with a nursing program. Like, okay, don't go on the internet and talk about patients. Like, don't go on Facebook and write something about how you had a horrible patient that day and talk about them, describe them, like stuff that I feel like should be common knowledge. Like, that just makes sense. Like, why would anybody do that? But I guess they have to go over that kind of stuff in case it's not common sense to somebody who might think, oh, maybe I'll just go on Facebook and I'll just talk about crap about somebody, you know, out for everybody to see. Yeah. So we had to go through that. After that, we had a little bit of a break. It was really nice. The CNSA members orchestrated quite a bit of the orientation. So after the social media presentation, we had a little break and they had coffee for us, and I was so grateful. I didn't have coffee in the morning because I was already kind of anxious, and coffee kind of makes me a little bit more anxious sometimes, and also kind of upsets my stomach a little bit. So I didn't want to have any before I went to school or to the orientation, and then while sitting there during the handbook or, you know, going over and the social media, I was just like, oh my god, when is this gonna be over? So I was so happy when I saw coffee and they had little treats for us and stuff to eat. So that was really nice. I thought that was so thoughtful of them. So we had that little break. And then after that, we had to go in and learn about HESI, which I could not even tell you what HESI stands for, but it's HESI, and also the website and application we have to use to access our ebooks. So for my program, basically the books that we had to buy in a bundle, and you could either buy the physical books. I see my cat up there. Again, this is a random background. I didn't acknowledge that. I'm sitting on the floor literally in front of my dresser right now. But I have all my stuff I want to show you guys, so it just made sense. Anyway, I digress. You had to buy the ebooks. You could either buy a bundle that included the physical books, or you could just buy the ebooks alone. And I'm not the kind of person, I know some people like really love their books. Like they want to have the physical books and they love going through them and hauling them around. I'm not one of those people. I've had several classes now where they offer an ebook, and I will gladly take it any day. I don't mind learning from an ebook at all. And it was really nice to see. We're doing it through the company Evolve, or Else VA. It has so many different names, I don't even know. But it's a really awesome application actually, because it has all of our books in one place. You can download them on your computer. You don't have to be able to access the internet. You can go on your computer or on your phone, and you don't need the internet or service to access it. And you can use the search bar, and you can search for any kind of topic, and it'll search all of your books at once. You can highlight in them, you can add notes in there, you can make a study guide from it. The guy showed us all these different cool features for it, and it kind of made the $575 price tag or whatever it was seem a little bit more worth it, I guess, just to see all the different features, because I really didn't know all the different features we had that came along with our ebooks. So that was knowledgeable. I'm tired, you guys. I'm really sorry. That was interesting and informative. That's better. Anyway, after we talked about our ebooks, they had the more CNSA faculty advisors come in. They really were trying to push the CNSA on us, and honestly, I'm thinking, I technically already joined. When we placed our orders for the different things we had to order through the school, I went ahead and signed up because they offered it to us. They basically said, if you sign up, then you can get a discount on the different things that you have to order. And it wasn't a ton of things we had to order, but I was like, all right, I'm already considering it. So it seems like a good way to just kind of like boost your experience and make your resume look a little bit better. I do know that the job market for a new grad RN is not super great. I mean, they need nurses all the time, and nurses are in high demand right now, but everybody, if you have experience, you're going to get a job more easily than somebody who's a new grad. And so since there's so many new grads, anything you can do to like set yourself apart is a good thing. So they do a lot of community events and things like that, and it really isn't, if you wanted to just join and be a member, the time commitment isn't too great. And then obviously if you wanted to, you could add on, you could do things like become a board member or run a committee and stuff like that if you really wanted to boost your resume even more and get more experience. That's also an option. So I am pretty sure I'm gonna follow through with it this semester at least and see what's all involved with it, and I can let you guys know how that works out in a future video. I just remembered I forgot one of my school supplies. Hold on a second. Okay, sorry. I really was trying to like do this video in one take. I really didn't want to have to edit too much, so I'm gonna have to edit that out because that was weird. But anyway, we also met some people from the Men in Nursing Club Association. Obviously I'm not as interested in that, even though they did say, and they had females who were part of their board. It sounds like it's basically a lot like CNSA, but it's just more focused on men. So if I'm gonna have time to only join one club, it's gonna probably just be CNSA, because ain't nobody got time for all of that. So basically after that we had to break out into our sections. So there are about 80 students in my cohort, and so it was quite a bit of us, and we're all divided into our own sections for clinicals. So they broke us up into our sections, and then we went to 4 different sessions based on your clinical section and what time you went to what class. So during the breakout session, oh, I'm sorry. Well, actually, we had lunch before that. Before we did the breakout sessions, we had lunch. We had to bring a potluck item, so I was making pasta salad last night. I was so lucky that I had a side, because I was like, well, I could make that ahead of time at least. I can't imagine trying to get up at like 4 in the morning today and trying to make a main dish to bring. People brought like enchiladas and stuff. I was like, that's a little above and beyond, you know what I'm saying? But hey, to each their own. There was some good food. So we had lunch for about an hour, and that was kind of cool because it gave me a chance to talk to more people. I met some more people in my section and other people too. I'm really not like trying to be super cliquey and closed off to other people. Plus for me, it's a little bit more difficult because I do have a different life experience than a lot of the other students, a lot of my other peers. Like they're not really my peers. I'm trying to think. I didn't ask anybody. I didn't want to be like the old lady in the group who was like, who else is married and who has kids? I didn't want to be that lady, so I didn't ask anybody in my clinical group like if anybody else was like me in that regard. But I mean, just doing a quick scan of everybody was on the younger side. So I mean, there might have been people who were married or had kids, but nobody was like, usually if you have kids, like it's pretty obvious. It's so hard to hide. Like most people are just like, oh yeah, I have a kid. Like they just tell you right away. And that's how I am. And nobody else said that in my clinical section. So, but I did meet other moms and other dads. I'm definitely not the only one who's like a little bit older who has, you know, a family. But there wasn't really anybody in my section. So that's why I'm saying I'm not opposed to branching out and meeting people in other sections because, you know, even though I'm sure I would have no problem becoming friends with somebody who's 21 and who, you know, isn't married, doesn't have kids, I'd have no problem being friendly with them. Who's to say? We could become best friends. I don't know. But because we don't have similar life experiences, it'd be kind of hard to like really get to know someone and really get on a personal level that way, just because we just aren't experiencing the same things day to day. So lunchtime gave me a chance to branch out and meet a bunch of people, so that was nice. After lunch, like I said, we broke out into our sections and did the little sessions that included getting our photo IDs taken, picking up our equipment orders that we had placed through the school. We met our mentors. There's a mentor program at our school, which is really awesome. And I got paired up with this really great lady. I couldn't even tell you what semester she's in. I want to say she's in her 3rd or 4th semester. I don't remember 100%. But she's a single mom. So right away we clicked because, you know, we both have kids. So she understands what I'm going to go through. And that, I mean, if I had gotten a mentor who was like 22 and doesn't have kids or anything, that would have been, I mean, I'm sure it would have been fine because they would have known more about school than me, but it just would have been kind of a weird situation for them to be my mentor, you know? So she was definitely perfect. I don't know how they paired us up. I don't know if they did that on purpose. They were like, hey, you're older and you have kids. You got to be mentor, mentee. But it worked and I was happy about it. So she was really nice, and we exchanged phone numbers and email, and she was awesome, really. So I'm really happy with that. What else did we do after that? They had a how to plan your life and nursing student Q&A where we went in for a little bit, and there was like 3 or 4 students who are in, you know, further along in the program, just letting us know like how the first semester is going to go, what classes are a little more important than others, and this, that, and the other. So that was informative. Honestly, at this point in the day, I was really starting to lose my focus. I really was like, I'm so tired. I wasn't necessarily overwhelmed, but I was just really, really tired. And they kept saying a lot of the same thing. They kept hearing like, oh, it's so hard, but you can do it. It's going to be doable. You're going to have to put in a lot of work. You know, and everybody wanted to give you their tips, and I appreciate the tips. I really do. But at the same time, a lot of stuff when it comes to like study tips and stuff like that is really relative to, it's really relative to the individual. So you could tell me, oh yeah, I never read my books. I only studied PowerPoints, this, that, and the other. But like, for me, that might not work. For me, I might be the kind of person who needs to read my book, even if, you know, whatever, you didn't think you needed to. And, yeah, I don't know. They're kind of giving tips I thought were kind of obvious. Like, if you've gotten this far, you've done all your prereqs already, you should probably figured that out already. That in some classes, you don't really need to read your book that much. In some classes, you can really just focus on the PowerPoints or the lectures, and you'll do great in the class. And the book is kind of extra. And so I kept hearing the same things over and over again, and it was just kind of wearing me out. And then we had one more session, just kind of going over like our Blackboard, like our online portal for the classes, and just showing us how to set that up, where everything was on there, even though they've already had things on there, so they've had us go there already. But again, it's in case anybody isn't really sure. After that, they had the closing session. That was pretty much it. But then they did have an optional session after the end for tips on being a parent in nursing school. And so I was like, all right, I want to go to that, because I feel like that is something that pertains to me, obviously. Plus, I also wanted to meet some of the other parents, you know. There weren't a ton of us there. I know there were other parents that didn't come to the session. They probably were just ready to go home and they were tired. I almost didn't go. But it was pretty informative. The woman who was like the main person, speaker, she's in CNSA, and so I'd seen her a couple times during the day. I didn't know she was a mom. And she started crying like right away, just talking about how she's upset, you know, how she feels bad because she was a stay-at-home mom forever, and now she, you know, is in school all the time, and she feels bad, especially for her younger kid, because she feels like the other kid's gotten gypped. She didn't get to see her as much as her older kid did, and she's just starting to cry. And I was like, oh my god, you cannot cry, because I will start crying. Like, my eyes were watering so bad. I had to try so hard not to cry. Just talking about my kids, or someone else talking about their kids, I just can't handle it. And so we all went around and, like, you know, said our names, and then they had us say, like, our kids and how old they are and stuff like that. And so hearing everybody else talk about their kids and how they're going to miss them and how it's going to be hard, and it was a lot. Like I said, I was already exhausted. I was already, look how greasy my hair is. Like, I was already tired. I was already, like, physically drained from the day. So that was just an emotional drain on the rest of the day. I was like, oh my god, seriously, guys, I can't cry right now. I can't cry. But in a nutshell, that was my orientation. That was kind of a lot. It's just a lot of information, but a lot of it's in things we already were told at other, you know, parts of the journey, and other emails we've gotten from the different department people, like, so it wasn't all new information, but it was nice to kind of like walk around the School of Nursing a little bit more and see what the different classrooms are, because I wasn't 100% sure where things were. We got to see where our simulation labs are going to be, where like the, you know, kitchen is and stuff like that. So that's all good to know, because yeah, I don't, it's always good to know where you're going to go, because sometimes you start somewhere new, you got to find it, and it's hard, you're running around like a crazy person. So anyway, if I didn't already say, this video is going to be kind of long. But let me get into my supply haul, because yeah, I'm done talking about orientation. So let's go through what I'll be wearing. I have my scrubs, which I can't really show you the front because it's got my school on it. This is the back. Sorry, they are still wrinkled because I need to wash them still. Here, let's see if I can turn it around and block that. But basically, it's just a short sleeve scrub. It's got pockets on the bottom, so we get to wear this lovely green color, since the color for our school. And I bought they had two different options. These are the Grey's Anatomy brand scrubs, which they actually, like, I've worn scrubs before and they were not like super soft like this. These are like really soft. They really feel like pajamas, like legit. Usually when I've worn scrubs, the handful of times I have, they're very starchy. I'm sorry, I keep messing with my hair because my hair is a hot mess. Like I said, it's been a long day. These are very soft. They already felt broken in. And I got like the cargo air pocket ones. So they have pockets right here. And then they got a pocket, one pocket on the back, on the butt. And then it's got one little side pocket right here. So I figured I'm going to need all the pockets I can get. Okay. Sorry, I had to pull my hair back. It's bugging me. I have my lab coat. Again, got my name of my school on it, so I'm trying not to show that, but you know, it's your standard issue lab coat. We had to order those for our program as a requirement. So I have 2 sets of scrubs. I don't know if I said that I bought, and then I have a friend who just graduated from the program, so she gave me her scrubs also. So I have a couple different sets. Hers are a little bit different, but you never know when you're gonna need extra sets. I mean, the more the merrier with the sets. I don't have to do laundry as much, so I'm excited about that. The shoes I ended up getting are Skechers, and so shoes were a big thing that I was like, I don't know what I should get, because yeah, I don't know, I was just worried about shoes. They told us they didn't want us to get, you couldn't just wear like Nikes, they didn't want you to wear shoes that had like a mesh top. And I mean, obviously the biggest thing is if there's some kind of bodily fluid that is being secreted somewhere, if you're carrying something and it spills, the last thing you want is for it to go through all those little holes in your shoe and then go down on your foot. Nah girl. So I got these beautiful Skechers. They're so ugly. Really, there's not any cute nursing shoes though, so we'll see how they work out. I'm excited because they have a memory foam insert. So I'll link anything down below if I have like a link for it. These, what are they? They are the Synergy Elite Status Skechers. But yeah, they have, what drew me to them was they have a memory foam insole. And I was like, ooh. And I've already tried them on once and just kind of stood in them. They were a little bit tight feeling, but then once I stood in them, and my weight kind of pushed down on the pad, then it all of a sudden made room. So, but they're all leather and there's no mesh, so they're gonna be really easy to clean. So I only have to wear them to clinicals, so right now it's only 1 day a week, so I'll just wear, it's not a fashion show, you know. So I'll let you know how those work out. I asked people what kind of shoes I should get. People were recommending all different kinds of shoes, and I know Danskos are the real popular like professional nursing like clogs, but they're really expensive and I've heard mixed reviews. People say they're too heavy, so I don't know. I thought I would just try those out. Those were like, I think they were normally $65 and I got them on sale for $55 from Famous Footwear, so we'll see how they work out. I'll let you guys know. As far as that, I think that's all for clothing wise that I really have. Let's see, I have my stethoscope that actually my mother-in-law bought me. It is a Littman Classic 2 SE stethoscope. And it's a blue one. My mother-in-law was a nurse, so she is a nurse, she retired, but she got it for me as a nursing school gift. I thought that was so nice because they're one of the more expensive things you have to buy. So I'm really excited to figure out how to use this because I don't know right now. But yeah, it's really nice. I know it's a nice one. I know how much it costs, so I'm excited to play around with that and figure out how that works. Put it back in my box without like messing it up too much. And then today we had to order, well, I guess the only thing we had to order from our school was our name badges. So we took a picture today, our ID card. I would show you mine, but my school's on it and the emblem's on it, so you would definitely see where I'm going to school, and I don't really want to share that. So it's in here, but we got different colors for different semesters. So first semester's red. Basically, to give a big warning to anybody, don't let this person do anything because they don't know what the hell they're doing. I don't know what color I wear for subsequent semesters, but I got those. And then optionally we could purchase these other things. We had to have them but you didn't have to order them from the school, but I did. I got a pen light, and then I also got a pair of Kelly hemostatic straight forceps. Can you see those? And then I also got a pair of bandage scissors. Ooh. And then we got a blood pressure cuff, so it's in this little bag. A sphygmomanometer. I'll figure out how to say it, don't worry, one of these days. But yeah, I got a little blood pressure cuff, which is cool, because I know most places you go now, they have like the electronic ones. You just put your arm in and it does it for you, but you know, that's something that a nurse should know how to do, though. I mean, even you should know how to use a blood pressure cuff. And then this was an optional purchase, but I went ahead and got it. It is a little clipboard that folds up, but then you can open it and it's basically full size. I think it might be full size. And I thought this would be good for clinicals. I mean, obviously you could just bring a little notebook that fits in your pocket too if you wanted to, but I liked the idea. It had all the different little like cheat sheet stuff on here that might be useful. I could quickly reference. And you know, it's a hard surface, so writing notes down real quick. And supposedly this will fit in my pocket of my scrubs. It's pretty big. I'm not sure how that's gonna work, but supposedly it'll fit in my pocket, so that's cool. And then we also got this big bag that they gave us. I show you the front. It has pockets on it, but the name of my school is on it. Can I hide that? There we go. It's got some pockets on the front, and then it's just big on the inside, and I have like garbage in there right now. But I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that. I guess it could be like a clinical bag if I wanted to bring a bag with me. We'll see. And then the last thing I have to show you guys is like school supply related, like planner stuff. I try to be a planner person, like a paper planner person. I love the idea of having a paper planner. And I always start out really good with one, and then it's like once the semester goes on, it's really hard to keep up with it. So I have a couple options I'm going to try out. This one I got, my friend gifted to me. She got it when she started nursing school, and it's called the, oh, here we go. It's called the Uncalendar People Systems. And it's a planner, but it's kind of an interesting planner because it basically is blank, if you can see that. So it has no pre-written days. It has nothing, like there's no headers for things. So you can really customize it for whatever you want. And that's why I was able to use it, because, you know, it doesn't have any dates written in it. So there's like a monthly view. And it has no dates written in, nothing. So I can go in and I can put in whatever days I want. And it's really interesting, a little monthly planning section. And the idea is just that you can customize this to whatever needs you want. I like the idea that it has a lot of pages in it. It's got a lot of spaces for notes. And I don't know, I like that it's unorganized and that I can make it however I want to make it. Because sometimes, you know, different parts in different planners like don't pertain to you, so you can make that however you want to. So it has a lot of lines in it, so my initial thought was, oh, I'll use that strictly for school. But then I got some new inserts from my Filofax, so I might use that for school instead. I have my Filofax. This is not new. I've had this. It's an A5 size Filofax. And it's not, I mean, I have stuff in here right now, but I haven't used it recently, so it's not in the best working order right now. But I did get some new inserts from So Much Crafting. I'll link her down below. Again, like I said, I'll link whatever I know I have links for down in the description box. I'm gonna try out, I'm usually more of like a monthly person, but then I can also do weekly sometimes spreads. But I wanted to try the daily format. This is, again, from So Much Crafting. And I like it because it's got the different, it's laid out, it starts at 6 a.m. and it goes all the way down to 10:30 at night. So if I really wanted to, you know, really map out my day, when I'm going to be at class, when I'm going to study, when I got to come home, all that stuff, I could do that. And then it's got a must do today list, and then it's got just a little blank line section, and then it's got water tracking on the bottom. So I just bought a 30-day supply for now. She sells, I think, a 90-day supply. But I just wanted to try it out to see. I'm not sure I'm going to like these or use them every day, but I figured I'll give it a shot. She also had these class assignment inserts, which is what drew me to order new inserts from her anyway. I already have the weekly inserts from her I bought for the whole year. So these are just edition 2. And these are cool. I thought it would be nice to actually lay out everything that, like all of my assignments for every class, and maybe do it like chronologically. Or I could do them, you know, by class if I wanted to also, which up here it says class. You could write the class it's for. And then it's got an assignment section, a due date section, and then you can check it off when you're done. Because I have 3 different classes this semester, so a lot of assignments to keep track of, and I like the idea. They're double-sided. Of having it all in one place. Instead of having it on my calendar, other things going on, I can come and reference this. I can just get it off my syllabus and put it on here. I don't know, we'll see. I bought 2 packs because I know I'm going to have a lot of assignments and maybe I could use them for subsequent semesters. What did I get here? Oh, this is a month on 2 pages. I surprisingly don't have a month on 2 pages ready for me. So, just a month on 2 pages. I had made some myself. Or I was trying to make some myself for my planner, but I only made some until like May, so I haven't had any for a while, and I was, you know, I'm just gonna buy them because it's like inexpensive and they're already ready for me. But yeah, just a month on 2 pages, and then it's got the little empty side here for whatever you wanted to put there. So it makes sense. And the other thing I really liked, I got a passwords keeper, which I never thought I would be someone. I always see these and I'm like, I don't need to write my passwords down. I'm not an old lady. But guys, we have so many websites we have to go to for school right now. Like, I can think of at least 3 right now that I have to go to, and they all have different usernames. They all have different passwords, and sometimes I'm on my own laptop and I have my passwords and stuff saved on there, but then when I go and use a computer at school or somewhere else, I have to remember them and I can't. Passwords now, you know, they make you have 12 different characters and this, that, and the other. So I just finally went ahead and bought a password insert because I was like, I'm tired of not remembering what passwords are. So it's nice. It says the website, and then you can put a spot for your username and then a spot for the password. So I'm going to be using these because I'm tired of forgetting my passwords. And the last thing I bought, which I thought was really cool, is a year calendar. It came with like 2 different things. It came with just like a year, the rest of 2016, and then I got 2017 started on this side of just, you know, an easy reference. But then what I thought was cool was this little pull-out calendar. So it folds up so you can put it in your A5 planner. I think she has personal size inserts too, but for mine, A5. And then I can open it, and it basically just has a year at a glance. And it has all the days, all the way from July to June of next year. And I thought it would be perfect for me to just kind of color code real quick, because one of the biggest things I have to worry about is laying out my schedule and like my son's schedule and my husband's schedule and like when we're off for different holidays and stuff like that. So this would be perfect. I'm going to basically just try to color in, you know, part of the day, like, okay, my color will be purple, so I'll color in the days that I have no school, and then I'll go in for my son and put a color for him for the days he's off of school, stuff like that. So that way we can look really easily, and I can see, okay, when are we all off from school or work if we want to try to plan something, that's always a pain. I'm trying to plan like a, you know, a vacation or a little getaway, and I don't know when so-and-so's off of school. I have to look at everyone's different calendars. This is great because I can put it all in one place. So I'm really excited for this one. Okay, and I think that's it. This video is really long. I'm going to try to edit it down so it's not super long. I think I rambled quite a bit about my orientation. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, I'm really sorry this video was all over the place. I'm really tired. But I do start nursing school. My first official day is on Monday. I'm super excited, also really nervous, but I'm very excited to actually get to work and get started. So hopefully I'll be able to put up like a, you know, my first week of nursing school experience at the end of next week or beginning of the week after that, after I've, you know, actually experienced my first week of nursing school. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions for other videos. I also will probably try to do some updates on my supplies, letting you know how they work out after I've been able to use them and have some experience with them. So yeah, leave me a comment below if you have any ideas, or if you have a page or anything about nursing school. I'd love to come check it out. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Like my video if this was anything that was entertaining or useful to you. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!